Good morning, everyone. You all are welcome to Sri GM Londa Primary School. Children, we have studied sentence, yes, in our lower classes. Fine. You know what is a sentence. Suppose I am giving you some example. Has beaches Goa fine? Is this the correct sentence? No. Goa has a fine beach. Yes. Birds are flying in the sky. The birds are flying in the sky. Dog Rahul with his pet playing enjoys. Rahul enjoys playing with his pet dog. Advisable or least routine checkup is at once medical a year. A routine medical checkup is advisable at least once a year. Top the view from the off is breathtaking the mountain. The view from the top of the mountain is breathtaking. So, children, so you understood a group of words arranged in a proper order makes a meaningful sentence. Got it? So, in short, a group of words which make complete sense is called a sentence. Now, a sentence has two parts, subject and predicate. This all we have learned. Yes, a subject is the doer or agent of an action in a sentence. Okay, so a sentence usually is about the state, quality, condition, position of the subject. So in this class we are going to study subject verb agreement. So here subject verb agreement, what is it? There are certain verbs which end in S and look plural, but they are singular in number. They take singular verbs. Got it? See, S is added. You know that always in plural we add IES, S and all. Yes? So, here it's there the words are S is included in that word, but it looks like plural, but it is a singular verb. Suppose, measles is a preventable disease. The news is very positive. Got it? Now, when two or more nouns are taken as one unit, it takes a single verb. Arabian Nights is my favorite book. Wren and Martin is popular grammar textbook. Got it? When two nouns are joined with and refer to the same person or thing or concern one idea, they take the singular verb. Got it? The slow and steady win the race. It is of one single animal. It's spoken. Yes or no? Both are slow and steady is the tortoise. So, it gives one idea. Okay, so it's a singular verb. Pronoun like anybody, nobody, anyone, anything, each, either, everybody, neither, nobody, someone, something and so on are always singular and take singular verbs. So here, nobody is allowed to enter the premises after school hours. Everyone in our school has paid the money. When a subject is a unit of measurement or a mathematical unit, the verb used is singular. Okay, so here see, subject is a unit of measurement. Fine, measurement you know. Or a mathematical 6 months, number type. 6 months is a singular 6 months is a long time. 3 kilometers is quite a long walk. Nouns like trousers, scissors, pants, shorts, pliers, socks and spectacles are always plural and take plural verbs. See here, my new spectacles are lost. Those trousers were washed today. Two or more singular nouns joined by and make a plural subject, they take a plural verb. Okay, so here two or more nouns joined and they make and. Yes or no? We put and in between. Make a plural subject. See your example. Jack and Jill are coming down the hill. India and Nepal are neighbors. Pronouns like both, many, few and several are always plural and take plural verbs. Several paintings were destroyed in the fire. Neither India nor England is going to win the cricket match. Sometimes the subject is separated from the verbs with words such as with, along with, including, as well as, besides, accompanied by, in addition to, as well, or not. Ignore these expressions and go by the subject to determine whether to use a singular or a plural verb. See here, the president along with his bodyguards is leaving for Mumbai tomorrow. The boys as well as their parents are going for the picnic. Some words indicate portions like fractions, percent, part, majority, some, all, none, remainder, and so on. In such cases, the noun in the of phrase will determine the use of a singular or plural verb. For example, 1/3 of the town is empty. Got it? 1/3. And the town is, okay, the part, yes or no, is empty. 1/3 of the people in the town are illiterate. Now, the mechanic fixed the car, she sings a song. Now here, the words in bold are nouns that functions as object in a sentence. Instead of performing the action as subjects usually do, object receive the action and usually follow the verb. The object usually answers the questions what. Remember children, okay? The object usually answers the questions what. She sings a song. What does she sing? A song. Sometimes we also use pronouns as object in a sentence. The common object pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, us, and them. Before eating the brownie, Rajiv sniffed it. What did Rajiv sniff? The brownie. So, he painted the wall green. He found the house empty. We consider the matter very important. So, after some verbs, an object alone does not make complete sense. In addition to the object, we need another word to complete the meaning. The word that is used to complete the meaning of the object is called complement. The object complement is usually an adjective or a noun phrase. He painted the wall green. Okay? So, after verbs that refer to thoughts, feelings, and opinions like believe, consider, feel, know, think, and understand, we sometimes use to be before the complement. I found the plan to be unwise. So, found and to be. Okay? Now, most people believed him to be innocent. After considered, it is possible to drop to be before adjective and sometimes before nouns. I considered him an excellent choice. I consider him to be an excellent choice. So children, hope you have understood this chapter. Study well, go through the textbook, learn all the definitions, all the forms, the rules, okay, with the examples. Learn the examples also. It will be asked in the exam. So study well children, and thank you. Stay safe and bye-bye.